YouTube was good, your boy Gains.NY back with another video, and you all are safe and doing well. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, tell your chef about the channel, your therapist, your local police department, tell everybody about the channel because we out here. I just wanted to make a quick video celebrating the 30th anniversary of PlayStation. They just released this website in commemoration of the history of PlayStation. Been 30 years, which is fucking crazy. Can't believe that. I still remember it like it was yesterday, playing a PS1 and a PS2. So let's jump right into it. We're gonna start off with the PlayStation, of course, the original, the Gray John, what started it all. 30 years of play. Join us for a journey through PlayStation history and the consoles and games that made us. These games made us and made me who I am today. That's without a doubt. And let's jump right into it. 94, man. I was 2 years old on 94. Japan released December 3rd, 94. North American release September 9th, 95. European release September 29th, 95. 30 years ago, our journey begins with the PlayStation console launching in Japan on December 3rd, 94. The first PlayStation console became an instant hit and went on to be the breakout product of E3 95. I still remember that. I didn't see it live. I was still too young, but I remember seeing clips of 95 E3. PlayStation had a huge presence during that E3 and launched later that year to huge success in North America and Europe. And man, look at this. We got the classics here. Shit, man. You got the sports game Ridge Racer, Twisted Metal, Tekken, Mortal Kombat. Damn, bro. I think it's that MLB Slugfest. I don't know. But Ace Combat, Resident Evil, I think that is. Bro, it was such a great console. Now, I did not get the console when it first released. I got the console a little late, like probably 5 years afterwards. Maybe a little after the Dreamcast came out. That's when my brother ended up copying the PlayStation 1, the small one. And that was like $50 or $150 in Circuit City back in the day. Do not underestimate the power of the PlayStation. Look at that, man. Since launch, the original PlayStation console went to sell well over 102 million consoles, which is crazy. Within a span of 12 years. Nice, man. Changing the game. Of course, Final Fantasy VII, can't forget that. That game was a game changer. Tekken, of course. Parappa the Rapper. Man, amazing. This is an awesome website, bro. This is mad dope. Tell that if you stay home, you can't total the car. That's a fact. Now let's see this plays. Such a nostalgic sound effect. You can hear that a mile away and know exactly what that stands for. Now we have the PlayStation Original, the PS1, and the PlayStation Classic. Amazing. Dope. I love it. Different iterations of the PlayStation dual analog controller. DualShock was introduced 3 years after the console's release in Japan. And then, of course, he had a bunch of colors. You had to see through colors. It was amazing. Man, this fire, yo. This website is fucking fire. Ridge Racer, Tekken, Wipeout, Tomb Raider. Man, the list goes on and on. There were just so many classics on a PlayStation 1. And we could legit be here all day. So let's move on to the console that changed the game, the number one selling gaming system in the world, which is the PlayStation 2, the PS2, man. This game console was insane. Again, this is another console I got a little late, but nonetheless, amazing memories. I got a chance to play a lot of great titles on this. 2000, man. Who could forget? I remember seeing the PlayStation 2's promos on Electronic Gaming Monthly magazine and GamePro magazine, and it was top notch. I was like, bro, I cannot wait for this console. Like, so fire. I remember they were showing Tekken Tag, The Bouncer, and a couple other games, and it's amazing to see how far the console and the company has gone. So March 4th, Japan, October 26th, 2000, US release. And man, the console design was actually pretty dope as well. I like the blue colors they have for the PS2 logo. Really dope. PS2 is one of the biggest selling video game consoles of all time, with over 160 million consoles sold since 2000. So that's a lot. I think the Switch is like 10 mil off of beating this, but we'll see if that happens. Live in your world, play in ours. Fire. I remember the blue box. That was dope, man. That blue box was fire. The DVD age. Who could forget that? Different variations. We had the white, the slim, John. This is the one I actually have. White slim, silver slim, black slim. Whew, man. Online gaming was introduced. So fire. Yo, let's look at the titles. Bro, Capcom vs. SNK, Tony Hawk, SOCOM, Star Wars Battlefront. There was just so many classics. Man, just a lot of great memories. A lot of great memories. Iconic games: Twisted Metal, Blackjack and Daxter, Eco, Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank. A bunch of great titles were released here. God of War, of course, Shadow of the Colossus, Resident Evil 4. We also got introduced a bunch of peripherals that were used for games like Rock Band, Guitar Hero, I think Dance Dance Revolution, the Sing Stars. Amazing. This is fire, bro. Now let's go to the PSP. So unfortunately, I didn't have a PSP back then, but I did play a lot of my friends back in school. They always had it, and during lunch breaks, we play it. So definitely was a insane, ahead of its time device for sure. And let's take a look, man. UMDs changed the game back then. Amazing. Let's look at some of the titles. Of course, Peace Walker was a huge PSP title. Chinatown Wars for GTA's fire. God of War, Chains of Olympus, Patapon, Loco Rogo. Man, they had some Siphon Fills, a Dark Mirror, bro. Come on. Ape Escape. Yo, take me back, bro. Take me back. Now let's go jump to the PS3. The PS3. Okay. So this console was very infamous just because of their initial price tag of being $600 for, I think it was 60 gigs, which back in the day was good enough. It did have backwards compatibility, but compared to what the 360 was offering, it was downhill for Sony after this, but they definitely came back and took the throne. So November 17, 2006. Why does it say 2000? Oh, okay, because it's European. They got to fix that, though. PlayStation 3 era built on the legacy of previous generations with incredible leaps forward in online gaming and digital services. While the arrival of Blu-ray disc games allow creators to expand their ambitions and build truly immersive game worlds on a grand scale. This was the introduction of Blu-ray. I guess that's why the console was so expensive, because you were getting a Blu-ray player for the low. If you think about it like that, you were getting a Blu-ray player for the low, but you were getting a console for the expensive price. So it was a double-edged sword pretty much. 87 million consoles were sold, which is 4 to 3 mil more than the 360, which is surprising because back then everyone thought the 360 was shitting on the PlayStation 3, but they actually came back and sold more consoles, which is kind of crazy. And then you see all the peripherals, the different variations, the PS3 Slim and the Super Slim. I remember they did the Slim and Super Slim. I'm like, bro, what the hell? It's weird, but DualShock 3, 6-axis controller, which was a failure because no one was actually using the controller like this. This was a big promo when the console first came out. You can maneuver your characters and whatnot with the controller, but like it was a gimmick. No one really used it. And then the PlayStation Move motion controller, another gimmick. I think they were trying to compete with the Wii at the time, but I was never fond of any gimmicky peripherals that you can use for games. The Kinect was alright, but wasn't really my cup of tea. Now, what games we got here? What the? These are the most random. Oh, these are the Move games. I'm like, bro, why are you showing that? There we go. Iconic PS3 games: MotorStorm, Resistance, Uncharted, of course, Little Big Planet, Infamous, Assassin's Creed, GTA, Gran Turismo, Last of Us. Of course, Last of Us was big title for the PlayStation 3. PlayStation Network, let's not forget, that shit was hacked and it was down for like 2 weeks or something. I remember that. PlayStation Home was pretty dope. I don't know why they didn't expand on that, but move on to PS Vita. Vita was ahead of its time. Didn't really sell well. I guess Sony was like, you know what? The marketplace isn't the same for handhelds. After this, we're done. But rumors saying that they're actually working on a new one. We'll see where that goes. I think they saw the demand of handheld gaming increase drastically in the last couple of years. And then, testing the waters a little bit with the Portal. That was a good way to test it out. So we'll see in the next couple of years that they actually release a handheld. Vita has some great titles. Gravity Rush was a big one. Wipeout, Persona 4 Golden, great games. Now let's jump over to the PS4. PS4, which I think was a great console, had great games. 2003. I remember being online for Best Buy's midnight release for this console. Good times, man. I was online for like 3 hours for this, John. Bunch of great titles. Ghost of Tsushima, Horizon, Until Dawn, Bloodborne, The Order, Tearaway, No Man's Sky. The Order is so slept on. It was a great game, short, not worth full price. If it was like a $30 game, it'd be cool. Bloodborne, come on, you already know about that. PS4 was the first PlayStation console to launch in North America ahead of the release in Japan, Europe, and the rest of the world. Since then, it has sold over 117 million units, which is dope, man. That's great. People still playing on the PS4, which is insane. But it has its crowd. PS4 Slim. Glacier White Slim looks fire. I don't think I've seen that before. But look at that special edition. I think this was for the 25th anniversary. Super dope. Another gimmick for the controller, they had a little touchpad, which is still in the DualSense controller, but a lot of games don't really utilize that. So what's up? Like, what are we doing, developers? Come on. The light bar, the share button. The share button was a big thing. Sharing onto social media, your gaming videos and whatnot, screenshots was dope. Man, the Playroom, Kill Switch, Resogun. Infamous Second Son was such a great game, man. And the graphics was ahead of its time when it first released. I love that game so much. Spider-Man, Horizon Zero Dawn. A great lineup of games for the PS4. PS4 Pro. This is when they started dabbling into the whole let's upgrade our consoles mid-gen thing. And then 2016, we got the PSVR, which I don't give a fuck about. So we'll probably skip over this. I mean, it has its niche crowd. If you like that type of thing, cool. But I just think there's no real place for VR. If you think about it, guys, PSVR didn't really sell well. PSVR 2, I hear they're not selling well. And then the Apple Vision Pro, which was like a $4,000 device for VR, gaming, and everyday life, that shit is selling terribly. So I don't know, guys. VR, I think, is a gimmick. If they are selling devices that are cheap, VR devices that are cheap, that's a great way to cater towards customers and increase consumers. But for now, it's still very niche, and it's a small demographic that really like their VR games. I know the Oculus sells all right. MetaQuest sells all right, but PlayStation VR was aight. And let's get down to current age, depressionhood, adulthood, the PS5. Now, I'm not saying the PS5 is depressing. I'm just saying, adulthood is depressing. It's not as fun as back in the PlayStation 2 era, man. Those are great childhood memories. We're still in the PlayStation 5 generation. 2020 came out during COVID. I remember being in line for this for Best Buy as well. 5 a.m. in the morning. It was raining. I went to the Best Buy Midtown, copped my console. It was great. Did a little unboxing for that video too. You feel me? Yeah, so I know a lot of people didn't like the design at first, but me personally, I thought it was dope. The console is huge, but what they had to put inside of the console, it makes sense why it was so big. Pause. But yeah. And then this little stand thing, which was kind of stupid. Changing the game, spectacular visuals at lightning speed, breathtaking immersion, PS4 backwards compatibility. Yeah, that's cool and all, but Come on, man. We gotta do PS2, PS3 backwards compatibility. Just give us everything. Stop playing games. Stop putting things on the cloud. I just want to input my CDs and be good. But I know that's a very difficult process for the developers, but I'm pretty sure they could do it. They're just too lazy. You got the Fat Boy, the skinny Fat Boy, and then the slim, nice PS5 console, digital edition, PS5 console, model group slim. New sensation with the PS5 controllers. I'm gonna be real with you. This is probably one of the best controllers I've ever used. This controller is fire. The DualSense and the DualSense Edge are two of the most comfortable controllers I've ever used. It just feels great in your hands. Big hands, small hands. It feels good. Pause. DualSense Edge, Asus controller. Iconic PlayStation 5 games. Playroom, Sackboy, Ratchet & Clank, God of War, Returnal. If you have a diverse palette for gaming, this console has a lot to offer. And if you're someone who just likes 2K and Call of Duty, bro, you should have just stuck with PS4, honestly. Yeah, man. So this website is very detailed. It's dope. Of course, we can't forget the Portal, man. The Portal is a great device. I love the Portal. Just being able to play your games on the go with little to no lag, depending on where you're at. And now they're inputting cloud gaming into it. It's going to be dope. I definitely feel like they use this as preparation to see if there's still demand for a handheld. So that's why they're working on a new one. But dope. PS5 Pro. This John right here that I didn't get. Man, I was fiending for this. I've seen a couple unboxing videos of this, and it's so fucking fire. Just the whole presentation, the way they did everything. Little details in the packaging in the box. Amazing. They did an amazing job with that. PSVR 2, which came out last year. I don't think this is selling really well. Price tag was pretty high. So, yeah, if you guys love VR, if you're a fan of VR, definitely comment below. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, take me back to this era, bro. For real. Amazing games, amazing memories, and yeah, life was simple back then, guys. Very, very simple. Like I mentioned earlier, this website is dope. A lot of information to digest here. If you're a fan of gaming, fan of technology, history of technology and gaming, this website is top notch. There's so many details that I couldn't even dive into because this video would legit be an hour. But let me know what you think about the PlayStation history, celebrating 30 years of PlayStation, which is crazy. I'm only 2 years older than that, which is even more crazy. But definitely comment below your thoughts if you got a chance to go to the website. If you did cop any devices from the 30th anniversary, the console, a controller, a Portal, or if you got lucky with a PlayStation 5 Pro 30th anniversary edition, let me know in the comments below. But until next time, guys, thank you for the support. Shout out to everyone who's been showing love, and I'll catch you in the next video. Later.